Beware of fake dairy, analog paneer, khoya and more. A threat to consumer rights and health made using vegetable oil and non-dairy ingredients. These are cheaper, but misleading when sold as genuine dairy. Now the question is how this affects consumer rights and health, and why clear labeling and regulation are crucial. Hello and welcome back to Consumer Times, your trusted source for consumer awareness and protection. Today, we're diving into a growing concern affecting every Indian household: the sale of analog products being passed off as dairy items like paneer, khoya, and ghee. These items may look like the real deal, but they are not made from milk. Instead, they are manufactured using vegetable oil, starch, and other non-dairy ingredients, and this deception poses a serious threat to consumer rights and public health. Let's start by understanding what exactly are analog dairy products. Please comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. In simple terms, an analog product is a substitute made to imitate the texture, taste, and appearance of a real dairy product. For example, instead of using milk to make paneer, manufacturers may use hydrogenated vegetable oils, milk solids, and chemicals to produce a similar looking product at a lower cost. While these substitutes are legal in certain contexts, like processed food manufacturing, they must be clearly labeled and should never be sold or passed off as real dairy. Unfortunately, in many parts of India, especially in unorganized retail or local sweet shops, consumers are being sold analog products without any disclosure. This is a problem because it violates consumer rights on multiple fronts. Right to be informed. The consumer is not told that what they are buying is not real milk-based paneer or khoya. Right to choose. If someone has health preferences or religious beliefs, they deserve to know exactly what they're eating. Right to safety. Analog products can be unsafe when made with low-grade oils or chemicals that are not meant for human consumption. Now let's talk health. Analog products, especially when unregulated, may contain trans fats, adulterants, and harmful additives. Regular consumption of such items can lead to serious health risks like high cholesterol, digestive issues, hormonal imbalance, long-term cardiovascular risks. Children, pregnant women, and elderly consumers are especially vulnerable to the side effects of such adulterated items. What is the legal and regulatory framework? Under India's Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, guidelines, analog dairy products must be clearly labeled. It should be mentioned boldly on the packaging that the product is an analog and not made from milk. But what's the ground reality? Loose paneer being sold in local markets rarely has any label. Sweets made with fake khoya are sold during festivals with no declaration. Street vendors often use analog cheese or paneer to cut costs, without informing the buyer. This is a clear violation of the Consumer Protection Act, 2019, which guarantees the right to fair trade practices and correct information. Now what needs to be done is that it's time for a clear bifurcation between dairy and non-dairy products in India's food supply chain. Here's how that can happen. Mandatory labeling. All analog products must clearly state non-dairy, analog product in bold. Enforcement of laws. Local food inspectors and FSSAI officials need to increase surveillance, especially before festivals. Public awareness. Campaigns should be run to educate consumers on how to identify real vs fake products. Penalties for mislabeling. Sellers who cheat consumers by selling fake dairy should be fined or prosecuted. Now the question is, how can consumers protect themselves? Ask questions. If buying paneer or khoya, ask the seller if it's made from milk. Check packaging. If the item is packed, look for FSSAI number and ingredient list. Do a simple test at home. Real paneer has a milky aroma and crumbles under pressure. Analog paneer is rubbery and has no smell. Report violators. Use the FSSAI app or your local food officer to report suspicious products. The fight against misleading dairy products is not just a legal issue, it's about our right to safety, right to information, and right to health. Analog items, when not disclosed, cheat the consumer and endanger lives. As informed citizens, we must demand transparency, regulation, and accountability. This is Consumer Times, standing for your rights and safety. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with important consumer issues. And if you've ever come across fake dairy products, let us know in the comments below.